Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2 Trucker for Hire. Thank you for the warm welcome on the return of this series a couple of days ago. And thanks to that, I am pretty hyped to record one more episode for you guys. We are now starting in Milano, where we ended last episode, if you remembered. We took a job from Bern, I believe. Yeah, and went through this pretty bendy road here. Arrived in Milano, and now we'll be driving from Milano to Parma using our car, and then we'll be finding a quick job there. Now the thing is, I have no clue what kind of jobs are available when we get there, but that's the point, right? That's exactly the point of this series. Rolling the dice and really role-playing it. Because as a trucker for hire, we don't really have the luxury of choosing wherever we want to go. We are at the mercy of which jobs are available at a certain point in time. So let's just do that and enjoy the ride. So we'll be driving there in the meantime, and I think a couple of folks liked the car drive going to the city and then switching to a truck and doing the actual job. I think a lot of you like that approach, and this is what makes this series so unique. We're role-playing as real truck drivers. Truck drivers that don't really own the business, but rather get into different jobs, get into different trucking jobs. Let's maybe turn on our lights. Oh, that's on already. And I did increase the volume. I think the volume of the interior right now is set to 8. Yeah, it needs to be that high just so you can hear something, otherwise you won't hear anything at all. Also, I changed the speed limit for cars again, so I switched it all, so this should be pretty car-like in terms of speed limits and rules. Should be set there. I just have to be very wary because I remembered this truck has a very sensitive brake. Good, I think we're good to go. And I do have a few questions from you guys again. So if you remember if you watched the latest ETS2 episode where we still are driving a Renault Magnum, but I think this time we are... Okay, what's happening? So we're still driving a Renault Magnum, but this time we went through the Isle of Man. That episode, I forgot which number, 227 or something like that. That's when I supposedly finished the whole set of questions from you guys. But thankfully, we have a new set from Barry and Sulfur, and these are quite interesting. Some of these I went through before already in a different Q&A session, but I would love to repeat them and maybe have a different take on them. And some of them are completely new. Oh, I love that. Nice. Is it our turn? Yes, it is. But I guess I can actually stay in the left lane right now, huh? Since I'm a car, don't really need to stay on the right all the time. Let's maximize this opportunity. You know, sometimes driving trucks, you know, the rules that apply to driving trucks, it gets so much in my head that actually even when I'm driving in real life, when I'm in Manila, I tend to stay on the right. I tend to oversteer, or how do you say, like give so much a wide berth when turning, like I have a trailer at my back even if I don't. So I have to consciously catch myself on that. I have to swerve though. I think I can squeeze in front of that truck. One more, thank you. Slow down a bit. Just merge through here. Once we get to the highway, we can speed up. It's like a racing sim. And yes, let me try and shift better this time, because the gearbox of this car is a bit weird, that it doesn't seem like it complains so much. I'm actually at 100 now and I'm still at 4th gear, but fine. Okay, let's shift up. Going to Parma, so stick here and slow down. Oh, still 100. Nice. Okay, see? I'm driving like a truck with its pretty low speed limits. Can actually go faster, like so. Well, this is a very different experience, huh? And once we get to the main highway, we should be able to speed up even more, although there is a toll gate coming up, so I guess it's better if we slow down a little. Yeah, the wind can get pretty loud though. That should be good. There we go. Perfect. Okay, the gears are better now. I think it's because of the sound. I think because I increased the sound, I have a better gauge on when I should shift and when not to, because I hear it louder. And now we can really speed up. We can really use up the highway, maximize it. 120 should be 130 in a bit. Just have to be wary that I don't miss my exit, because I'm not really used to this speed. So I'm assuming that the leftmost lane, the inner lane, is still just for overtaking, so I'll be sticking on this lane right in the middle. Parma, straight ahead. Good to go. I'm fine with that. And yeah, it looks like it will be better if I start answering questions later on when we get to the truck, because here this might need my full and undivided attention driving this fast. Otherwise it might cause some unpleasantness with the penalties and the damage. That car actually swerved into our lane. We barely missed it. The one on the right, he swerved to the middle. But we got lucky, I think Parma is up ahead next. Let's slow down a bit. Yeah, it is up next. Just going to cruise here. Maybe shift back to 5th gear. So this one says 60. Okay, 60 it is then. That was actually fun. Very different experience compared to when driving a truck, huh? And yes, I had some people asking on how to drive a car in ETS2. So it's basically just like a truck mod. So you download the mod, and you can check the video description for the link. There's a link to the mods list. Just go to the others section and look for Volkswagen Golf, and the link should be there. Here we are in Parma. Stay in the inner lane, so we'll be going to the left on this roundabout. I enjoyed that bit. Not sure about you guys, but I kinda liked that ride. That's something we should do more often, huh? We just do car drives, but I think a good mix will be nice as well. Okay, maybe I move over here. Change lanes and move out. Perfect. Smooth as silk. And now we park somewhere here. And maybe let's look for a job. Can you let me through, guys? Hello? Thank you. Let's park right in front of that guy. Let's maybe get a cafe. Get an espresso. Oh, this is the worst parking ever, but you'll understand. It'll just be quick anyway. Okay, let's have a look at the job market. At the quick jobs so we know where we need to go. Keep our fingers crossed that there's something good going down to Italy, to the rest of Italy. That's going elsewhere. We can go to Firenze with the Scania. Go back to Switzerland. And why is it that Switzerland is labeled as CH? That's something I haven't understood. How do you call Switzerland in its local name? Maybe that's why it's CH. That's all going to Basel and Zurich. Austria, Roma. We can go to Roma. 443 kilometers. Liver paste. Bologna. How about Bologna with a Volvo? Volvo FH. That might be nice. I remember I should have Krish Boom's sound mod. And I should have an interior mod enabled that should change the default color of the interior so it's not the tan kind of thing. Maybe we'll go with that, or an MAN would be nice as well. Ancona. This might be nice too. Let me see. Volvo is a bit short, but I think it's nice for discovering the different cities. Might be. Maybe we can do a... No, we probably can't do a detour because this is an important delivery. Alright, so Volvo or MAN? These are the two choices. Empty pallets or chewing gums. More or less same speed. This one 12 speeds, this one 16 speeds. In terms of transmission. Let's go with the MAN. I think it's been a while since I drove that and it's a longer drive. Yeah, alright, so Pirelli. So let's have a look at the map where Pirelli is. Let's take our car there and then let's take... There we go, that's the one. Let me just double check that the job will not disappear by the time we get there. So if I look... Ancona? Where was it? No, not that one. It will be expiring in 2 hours 42. We should be arriving in 21 minutes to Pirelli. So yes, should be more than enough time. Let's do it. Let's take that job. First bit. And you guys let me know if you have any other ideas for this series. If you want it, for example, to be like a longer episode, a shorter episode. If you want a different car, just keep in mind that although it would be interesting to try out different car mods, I want to keep it in line with the series, like a trucker for hire series. So a trucker will probably not have a Lamborghini as a car, right? So maybe something like a bit more for the common person. Wow, engine actually died there. That's weird, right? Okay, should be somewhere here. Sorry, I'm just admiring the scenery, admiring the view. Another small roundabout and we should be there. Actually, I don't remember a Pirelli pickup point company in the game. It might be from Satan 1990s company mod, real company mod. So it changes the default gas companies and logistics companies and other companies which offer jobs. He changes that to the real brands. So you'll see Fiat here in Italy, Pirelli, and all the other real brands as well. Quite interesting actually. Looks like there is a train line there as well. Oh, fancy. Let's make sure we behave. There is a cop car in front of us. We good? Yeah, we're good there. Second gear doesn't want to bite so much. Always leaves me at neutral for some reason. Pirelli is over here. Good. So maybe we can find a parking somewhere there near beside the yellow car. That's the one. Perfect. Is there another parking spot? Yeah. Actually, there are two left. That's perfect. So we should be able to do something like so. You know, it kind of throws me off a bit. Then with that, when I hit reverse, there's no beep beeping sound. It makes me feel like there is something wrong, but actually, yeah, I just got so used to a truck, how a truck reverses, that I'm looking for the beep beep. Oh, that's actually perfect parking. Good. Close the lights. We don't want our battery dying out. Perfect parking. Let's go and do that job, hoping it's still there. And looks like there is a cracker trailer that is blocking the road again, just like in the previous episode. Okay, let's do this. MAN, it's been a while. Only thing is, I don't think I have a crash boom. Yeah, there is no crash boom sound for MAN. And the real sound from EVR is not part of the default setup, so I don't think we will have a... I think we will only have a an SCS standard sound here. So let me see. Are you still here? I hope so. I think it's this one. Yeah. Skin looks fancy though. 400 horsepower, 16 speeds. We'll have to adjust our shifter layout, but this should be a nice drive along the coast here. Let's see. From Pirelli to EXOMAR. Going to Ancona. There we go. Oh man. Looks like we didn't get so lucky today. Broken windshield hype. This is one of those things that you get when you're playing the quick jobs roulette. And this is from the improved company trucks. And yeah, those cables are working. That's a fix I made personally, and you can download that same fix in the mods list. Link is in the mods list as always. Let's hear the engine, but don't expect so much. Yeah, not so much. And it's an equity trailer though, interestingly enough. Didn't know that was available in the quick jobs. That's nice. Also, it's a very... Okay, maybe that's too much. So we'll have to tone down the volume, maybe down to 3. Shouldn't be that bad. But I guess, yeah, leaves a bit to be desired. Let's bring that back. Look down. I love seeing the logo of the steering wheel. Although I also love it when it's not too... thing like that, yes. I don't like the field of view to be too narrow. That looks good. And that one, and that one. Perfect, okay. Now let us change. Yeah, this is the only thing. It's not automatic because we're role-playing this. We have to do all these adjustments. Change the truck limit in terms of speed. And change the shifter layout to be consistent with what the truck has. ZF16 speeds in terms of transmission. Good. Good. Right, I think we're set. What kind of views do we have here? Fuel consumption. Yeah, I think that's the best one we can offer. Yeah, that's the one. And we can go... Alright, we can actually discover Bologna. We can drop by Bologna. Just maybe go around this roundabout. Or we can actually... Is this Bologna as well? You can actually drop by here and go around that way. Yes. And then we'll drop by Ancona. Yes, that sounds better. 413 kilometers shouldn't take so long. Good. In terms of damage though, crap, 11% damage. So I won't have access to my last gear, I guess. If I look here, 8L, there is no 8H. Yeah, because of that damage. I can go and fix myself up in a mechanic, but I want to roleplay this. Lights. And good thing we have a GPS, a mounted GPS, even if we don't have a built-in one in there. It should be fine. You know, the only main thing I miss here is I don't have the CG mug with these quick job trucks. But yeah, that's something we have to work with. Can you let me go? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, doesn't like to. They don't like to at all. These guys are pretty much in a hurry. And me, I'm really having a hard time hauling this. Feels so heavy. 400 horsepower with 22 tons isn't impossible, but it isn't exactly a cakewalk, I think. I hope that's not too loud in terms of the engine sound. Let me know if it is and we'll adjust next time. Oh yeah, it is heavy. Goodness. Good. Alright. Make sure I take a photo somewhere later, so that we have a decent thumbnail and a nice memory for this job. Even with that windshield, yes. Autostrada. That's the right way, going to the highway. Please don't hit me. Thank you. Okay, I think we can start with the Q&A. Alright, let me read up on it. So the first question is from Barry. Barry asks, Barry says, "Hey Clumsy, I'd like to know, how did you start playing strategy and simulation games? And what made you change into a YouTuber? What made you decide to become a YouTuber and make videos, streams, instead of just playing by yourself?" It's actually an interesting question. Yeah, what made me become a YouTuber? How did I decide to become one? What was the trigger? Let me think on that. So maybe there are kind of two parts in here, right? When did I start playing strategy and simulation games? So mainly like simulation games. And then how did I decide to become a YouTuber instead of just playing on my own? So in terms of simulation games, that actually came later. Well, actually, if you've been with the channel since the beginning, then you would have witnessed that as well, because I only started playing simulation games when I already was into YouTube. So maybe it makes more sense to explain first how I started YouTube and then explain how I got into simulation, which I guess many of you people know that story, but maybe some still don't, so let's give a chance to others. And I kind of give a different story every time I say that anyway, so maybe you'll hear something different, a different variation or some little new tidbit. Okay, but yes, alright, so let's start with the YouTube story. How did I start? How did I begin there? I think it all began with City Skylines. How did I get City Skylines? How did I play City Skylines even? I'm not really sure what triggered me to play it, but I think I got into... Okay, let me go back even further. So I've always been a PC guy, but after graduating college, things became busy, and I graduated college like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 11 years ago now. And after I graduated from college, I didn't really have so much time to play anymore. Like, I was busy with work, busy with life, busy going out and stuff like that. So I did not really have any I did not have much inclination towards building my PC, and as a result of that, I missed a lot of games. I missed a lot of the evolution in the gaming industry. You know, the GTAs, the Grand Theft Autos. I missed most of those. 4 and 5, I never played them. And lots of the famous games out there that most of the people played, I missed. Because during those years, there's like a black hole, a gap in my gaming years. Whether it's PC or console. But mostly PC. Oh crap, this sucks. I'm going to burn fuel here because I don't have 6H. And by the way, I can't see my fuel. Let me see. Let me change to a different thing. That might be better, so I have visual on my fuel. You know what? I'm just going to push it, even with such high revs. I'm not paying for fuel bill anyway. Ooh, nice ride. Yeah, something like that. Probably won't make sense to drive that in Trucker for Hire, although it would be cool. And I'm not even sure if there is such a car mode. Anyway, going back to the topic. So there was a gap, but around... I'm not sure how long that gap was. I guess I play a little bit here and there, but I was not really into games, like really hands-on with them. Maybe I play from time to time. So more or less, that would be around, let's say, man, that's long. Like, I don't know, 8 years that I was out of the industry, so to speak. And then I started, actually I can stay here, right? Yeah, I still get confused with the Italian road signs in the beginning. That right arrow there gets me off every time. Nice car. And it's raining again. Why the heck does it always rain on my shift? Okay, so yes, I missed like 8 years, not 8 hours. 8 years worth of gaming, and sometime in between there, I moved to Singapore, and I got myself a laptop, a personal laptop. It's not a gaming laptop. It doesn't have very nice specs, and I was not like, because imagine I was out of the industry for a while, 8 years, so I was not really updated with the technological advancements. You know, what are nice specs now? What's nice? What should be the graphics card? What should be the processor, memory, things like that. I was like 8 years behind, and so I didn't do my research enough, and that's bad of me. So I bought a laptop which had an NVIDIA graphics card, and at that time I was thinking, well, this is NVIDIA. This should be more than enough for a little bit of gaming. But it wasn't really good, it wasn't really good, that laptop. It had an NVIDIA, like an NVIDIA mobile video card, which was not really worth it. Not really powerful, but the price was like, if I spent that on a desktop, I should have gotten something much better, much more reliable for gaming. But yeah, I didn't. So during that time I didn't know, but because I had the laptop already, so at least I had access to games again. Yeah, I had my own thing, because before, like, I was just using my work laptop, so I couldn't really play games there. It didn't even have a dedicated video card, so no gaming at all. But then now I have a personal laptop, so I at least could download Steam and get some games in. Yeah. Granted, I did not have fabulous graphics, fabulous performance, but at least I got access to games again. And that was the first step. Please slow down. Thank you. There we go. So from there, I think I got access to City Skylines. I bought City Skylines. And I can't remember anymore why I decided to do that. But I did, and I enjoyed it. And I spent hours and hours on it. I think, I don't know, hundreds of hours. Just managing my city. But I always encountered this problem of traffic, in City Skylines. Traffic was always building up, and my city was always in a gridlock, things like that. So I was thinking, how do I fix this? And I guess I started Googling things, like how to fix traffic, or traffic tips, traffic management tips, things like that. And back then, I had no clue about YouTube. I mean, I knew it existed, but from what I had in mind, YouTube was this something like a platform where you post nonsense videos, like, I don't know, maybe friends having fun with each other, pranking each other, a really funny cat video or something, those kinds of things. But I did not have a clue about the gaming industry before in YouTube. So I just did a few searches, maybe in Google, maybe in YouTube, and I found a lot of videos about City Skylines. Apparently it's a very famous game, and a lot of videos were in it, and I was like, what is this? What kind of... And I found some videos which were very long, like, wow, 30 minutes. And then I tried watching them, and I was starting to enjoy myself, because wow, this is like, this guy is just playing, and this guy is playing, sharing his how he develops his city, how he makes his city, and I'm learning a lot of stuff on the way. And I think I even remember emailing the guy, asking questions. I think his name was Ryan, but I forgot his YouTube username now. It's been so long. Thank you for letting me squeeze in. What are we doing here? Why are we circling around like this? One sec, guys. What the heck? Oh, this is... I guess... I think I know. My navigation type is probably... the... where is it? No, it's best navigation, so that shouldn't be happening. That usually happens when you have small roads navigation, that the game wants you to exit and then enter the highway again, but this absolutely makes no sense. Unless I hit it there. No, I only picked this one. So that's a bug. Or... I took the wrong exit. Yeah, that's the one. So I should have gone to the right. I went to the left. Okay, that was my bad. Alright. Anyway, there's a way back. No worries. One sec. Okay, so Ancona, right? Good. Let's stay here then. So, and sorry for this very long-winded answer, but I think it's quite interesting to know the history as well. So from there, I got exposed to the world of Let's Plays, and I didn't even know what Let's Plays meant before, what a Let's Play was. What the heck is a Let's Play? So I got interested then, and then I found Kiralis through there as well. But he was not the first guy I found. I think I found his City Skylines episode called Regional Airport, and he was like building an airport in the middle of an island or something like that. It was like, initially I did not like him. You know, initially I did not like Kiralis because his voice was very unique, and I think I skipped from his video. But then after a while, as I was searching for more vids, his name came up again, the exact video I think, and I was like, okay, let me watch this. And then I liked him. I started liking him, and from there I was like, wow, this looks so much fun, like playing and sharing. Like it's a win-win. Like I don't know what got me hooked into that concept, but something where I can play and do something at the same time, to share it, to be quote-unquote productive. I can't really recall what my exact reason was, but something about that concept hooked me. And yeah, ever since I was hooked into Let's Plays already because of that. And I guess Kiralis was a huge influence to me as well on how that came to be. So he's really one of the first and biggest influences in my YouTubing, so to speak, in being a content creator. So from there I decided, well, maybe I can try it. Maybe I can start with a Let's Play, or maybe I can start with some tutorial videos, just like what I've been looking for. Because if I'm looking for a tutorial video in City Skylines, then probably other people are as well. So maybe I can help out in my own way. So I started making a few videos, and if you look in the channel, it's still there. And I don't want to watch it because I'll be cringing all throughout, but yeah, it's there. If you look in my channel and look for City Skylines, there should be some videos there, some very old videos from 3 years ago, maybe 2015. Something about a roundabout, something about Jollibee restaurants, something like that. But yeah, that was the beginning, I believe. And then from there I started looking into other games. I was looking at Minecraft actually at one point. Where am I? Where the heck am I? One sec. I see. So should I go all the way around just to get those, or should we skip them all together and save a bit of time? I guess let's just skip them. Yeah, let's just skip them. Let's go straight here. We don't really need those discoverables anyway. Although it would be nice to discover Bologna. I know, I'm fickle-minded. Yeah, let's do it, because if we discover Bologna, then we have more jobs available for us. So that can be useful. So let's go and exit at Bologna here. What is tangenziale? Tangenziale? No clue. Does it have something to do with a tangent? I don't know. A parallel road? No idea. Engine brake, please. Thank you. Stick to 40. Wow, the engine sounds are quite bad, huh? To be honest. They're quite bad. It's been a while since I heard these sounds. Not a fan, to be honest. Okay, so yes, from there I got exposed to the world of Let's Plays. From there I started making videos, I started enjoying it, and no one was watching. When you're new, no one watches you. That's normal. But I was enjoying myself. I was enjoying the art of making videos, you know, actually playing, editing, uploading them, and I got curious about the world of YouTube as well. All the different things like making thumbnails, search engine optimization, tags and whatnot. So it started appealing to me, and it was a whole new world to discover. And it was something that I could maybe use as a hobby. I could make that as a hobby, and it's a good I think this is the main reason. It was a good excuse to get into games again, because for some reason I was feeling a bit guilty of getting into games, like playing really, and maybe buying a decent rig and just playing. I know there's nothing bad about it, but in my brain I felt like I should be doing something more productive. And YouTube, making videos, doing let's plays and all that other gameplay videos was the perfect solution to that, to the desire to play and yet be productive. It's the perfect answer to that conundrum. And so I did it. So I bought myself a decent, I guess I can discover this just going straight through. Yes, maybe not. Crap, don't think I discovered it. Alright, fine, skip it then. Skip it. You know what, I'm just going to go around here and totally skip on those question marks already. I'm not even going to go through them anymore. So that we can save a bit of time. Love these roundabouts here in Italy. They're not too small. Don't have such a hard time going through them. Let me remove the markers I set. Thank you. At least we have Bologna discovered now, right? Yes, okay. So at least it will appear as a city already. Nice. So yes, from there I bought my own PC. I sold my laptop, which was not very good in gaming. I assembled my own PC. I started researching in earnest. So I got up to speed with the latest parts, with what's the most economical thing to buy, price to performance ratio, things like that. So I didn't get the highest end parts, but I got something decent enough to get a very enjoyable gaming experience. And from there I started making videos. And that actually also relates to how I got started into simulation. So that was the beginning. And because of that, I also got into other games. So I started City Skylines, and then I was deciding on Minecraft, I believe, because of Keralis mainly. So when I found Keralis via City Skylines, his City Skylines videos, I binged on his City Skylines series. I finished it, and then I binged on all his other series, like mainly Minecraft. He has so many Minecraft videos, right? And I was just like binging on all of them. Can I squeeze in there? I don't think he'll let me. Okay, let's stay here in this lane. We'll have to full stop though. Very nice icon from Kirill, this one. Reach that, thank you. Alright. Is the rain strong? Not really, huh? Maybe I can do like a low wiper setting kind of thing. So from there, yes, I was binging on Keralis' videos, Minecraft videos, and I was so inspired to play Minecraft as well, because he like Keralis is the best builder I know, and I got so inspired, and I was ready to play Minecraft. But then right before I started playing and making a series out of it and things like that, Ark Survival Evolved got released, and he started playing that. So I was like, oh crap. So now Kiralis is playing Ark. Do I play Ark or do I play Minecraft? And eventually I decided to play Ark. And I guess it was a great decision because Ark was something new, something that was very much like very popular, something different, because Minecraft was getting very how do you say, overpopulated. So too many Minecrafters out there. But Ark was the new thing, and Ark was really getting traction, So I spent a bit of my time. I'm not sure how long I played Ark, but if you look at the playlist, I think I had 3-4 seasons of Ark. I played it for a long time and I loved it. But yes, after a while it got a bit grindy, it got a bit repetitive, and I just wanted to move on. And during that time, I think I was still playing Ark then. Kiralis had a giveaway because there was a new game that was coming out called American Truck Simulator. It was going to be released on February 2016, sometime in February, and he was doing a giveaway on Twitter, and I was like, okay, American Truck Simulator. Now take note, during this time I had no clue what trucks. I knew what trucks were, but I had absolutely zero interest in trucks. Like I would not do a second look on a truck. And now that I think about it, it's because in the Philippines, trucks are not looked at as things of beauty. They are necessary. They're like a necessary evil, because trucks in the Philippines are not very good looking. They're not very new. They're pretty old. They're not well maintained. They actually cause a lot of accidents on the highway, which cause a lot of injuries and even casualties. So, but yeah, trucks are the lifeblood of the urban world, right? If you don't have trucks, how the heck can you deliver all those goods that you buy in supermarkets and everywhere else? So everyone knew they were necessary, but no one liked them because they were just too ugly and too accident prone. So that was my point of view when I was hearing about trucks. So I did not really like them at all, and I had no clue about the beauty of them in Europe and in the US, and I did not know that there was such a huge fan base for them, like actual truck enthusiasts. So yeah, that was what happened. But since Kiralis, my idol, was doing a giveaway and it was practically free to join, I thought, okay, why the heck not? Let me join the giveaway. It's very simple. Like I don't know, I reply to him or I use a hashtag or something. It was a very simple mechanic. So I joined via Twitter, and then after a few days or after some time, he replied to me and he said like, you won. Like, oh wow, nice. Okay, thank you. So I installed American Truck Simulator, I played it, and from then on I got hooked. It was history. Like initially I did not really it was ATS. I did not know what Peterbilt was. I was not familiar with Peterbilt, with Kenworth. I was not familiar with any of the trucks. But I did like the driving aspect, and mainly the parking aspect, because it was something very new. It was a whole new world to explore. It was a whole new mechanic to learn. Like, if you remember your first few days of playing ATS or ETS2, I'm sure you were in the same boat as me. Like, how the heck do you park this trailer? Right? It just dances all the way, and dances around wherever I don't want it to go. That's where it goes. It's like, what the heck? How do I? And I just realized I haven't taken a screenshot yet, and it's raining. Don't worry, I'll take care of it later. Okay. So yeah, I was like, okay, what the heck do I do now? And so I got curious about it, and I started researching on how to park, practicing. So I spent hours and hours just learning how to park, doing the shortest job so I can get more time to park, and eventually I got used to it bit by bit. And yes, with that I got interested in the whole parking thing. I started making videos of it as well on my channel, because by this time I was doing occasional videos already. And yeah, the rain is not going well. So I started a series on ATS as well. And then people have started, by this time I was getting a few subscribers already. So some people have been watching, some people have been commenting. And this is what I like about YouTube as well, because the community that we grow is something where we can influence each other in a good way. And because of the viewers of the channel, I saw that it was getting a lot of views. But aside from that, I was learning so much from the people. And yes, rain has gone finally. Maybe I can get lucky and take a screenshot somewhere. So, oh, don't hit that. Okay, good. Oh, that is such a nice view, isn't it? Oh, I think we can take a nice shot somewhere. Maybe after that overpass. So, yes, I started ETS. I started playing it. I started growing to enjoy it. And I also started liking trucks themselves and getting exposed to the trucking world, like the different brands, the different how about that? Maybe we can take a screenshot. The different brands, the different mechanics, the different parts. Yeah, so I started learning thanks to you guys mainly. And I started really enjoying trucking as a whole in all its aspects. So it was starting to be really fun and educational, and that's what I like. So that's how I got into sims, actually, into simulation. With trucks, with ATS in particular. And it's such a nice experience, such an eye-opening experience. And until now, I'm still learning so much. It's just such a nice thing to be interested in. I don't know. It just piqued my interest so much. One more, sorry. Good. Let's resume. So yes, that's how it started. And from there, I didn't stop playing ATS. And actually, after I explored like 99% of the map of the base ATS game, California and Nevada, this was before the rescale, I got hungrier, and so I took a look at ETS2. And ETS2 was older, like it was how many years old? 3 years old back then, I guess, or 4. But I was looking for something, a bigger map maybe, with a similar mechanic, more trucks, more map, more fun. So I bought ETS2. I played the demo, I liked it. I bought ETS2, and turns out I like European trucks more, actually. So that's why you see a lot more ETS2 videos. And yes, the community is bigger, the map is bigger, more mods, so it's much more dynamic. So I like both games, but ETS2 is definitely something I like better. For now, we will see in the future. Yes. Okay, good. Ancona Sud. So that's how I started, and throughout my trucking journey, I got excuses to buy myself a wheel, a G27. Yeah, so I started with keyboard and mouse. I didn't really like it. I bought immediately an Xbox 360 controller for a few bucks, and then it was much better. And then I bought myself and then I think it lasted for a few weeks, and during that time it was almost our anniversary, me and Mrs. Clumsy's anniversary. So I hinted that I wanted a steering wheel for her gift, and so she got me one. And so after a few weeks of when I got my controller, she got me a G27. And oh, this is actually a bridge. This might be nice. Sorry, can we take another shot there, because that looks pretty nice. I love this. I love these overlooking shots. Yeah, where we can see the highway and that view. Although it is a bit dark, but maybe I can make it work somehow. Just take a quick shot with it, alright? Bear with me here. Not so much. That one. That can work. Not a cinematic, but I like the view. We'll see. Oh, wrong key. Alright, we're almost there. Yeah, so I got the steering wheel. It was the absolute game changer in my experience in driving. So when I got the wheel, it was like, wow, day and night difference from coming from a controller to a steering wheel. So if you guys are interested in if ETS2 and ATS are really using up lots of hours in your time, I would highly suggest that you save up for a wheel. A Logitech G29 or G920 would be ideal, but if you're a little bit strapped for budget, you can get one of the cheaper wheels as long as it has force feedback. And maybe 900 degrees of steering if possible. I'm not really familiar with other brands, but I know there are some Thrustmaster brands as well, which are pretty nice. So yes, I highly recommend it. And then after I bought the steering wheel, a few months after, so when I bought the steering wheel, it was so nice, but I got frustrated with something, that I had two hands on the wheel. Oh, nice rainbow. Is this an IKEA thing? Ancona ExoMar. Crap, I think I missed my turn. It was supposedly there. That's the guy, I think, at the back, so maybe I have to circle back somehow. Yeah, I think it's not a problem. There we go. GPS adjusted. So the only frustration I had when I started getting the wheel was, okay, I will have both hands on the wheel. I can do a shift. I have an H shifter. I can shift manually. But then if I was going to make a turn left or right, I had to take my hand off and use my mouse. And I did not like so much the looking mechanic of ETS2. It seemed a bit, ETS2 and ATS in particular, it seemed a bit unnatural, you know. I did not like that snapping thing, you know, like if you hit the button, let's look left, you're like there, look right, look right rather, look left right there, and then you had to like push a button to stop looking left and right because you're missing your turns. And then you had to push a button to go back to center, like just like that. So everything is just too abrupt. And with other games, I remember they were like more fluid, you know. When you like move the mouse, it was looking right like that, and then when you let go of the mouse, it would recenter like that in a smooth manner. So it was not that bad in other games, but in ETS2 it was all very snappy. It was a bit unnatural, and I didn't like it. So I wanted something with a more fluid motion. And during this time, I also became a fan of Squirrel already, because I found him from Quirales when they were doing the release of ATS. Both Quirales and Squirrel were part of it. And so I found Squirrel and I became a fan, and I discovered this thing called TrackIR. This beauty called TrackIR, where you can actually avoid using the mouse altogether when looking and just use your head. Wherever your head is looking, is facing, that's where the camera will point. And it's such a genius, a brilliant piece of gadget. You know, it's something I did not imagine was available, and yet it was a very common thing for simulator fans. And so I decided to save up for one, and a couple of months later on, I got my TrackIR, and it was an absolute game changer yet again. So it was close to how much the gameplay changed from controller to wheel, and then from getting the getting the TrackIR. Yeah, that's like almost the same intensity of how much it became better. Something like that. Can I not do a blindside reverse, please? Is it possible? Can I just do this and can we make it work? Please make it work. I don't want to do a blindside reverse. I think it's possible. I'll have to be very, 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 very careful. Yeah, I think it can do it. Slowly but surely. And that is the story of my YouTube origin. Actually, maybe I can call it that. The title of this episode can be something similar. My YouTube origin. How I started YouTube. That might be a good primer for anyone who will ask later on. That can be a thing. But yes, thanks a lot, Barry, for asking that. I always love telling that story because it's such a... something I would not have imagined I could do, or I would do. And yet I ended up here doing it. And I'm really glad to have you guys as part of the community, because you are the main reason why I'm into trucks today. Because of your influence, because of the things you taught me, and it's really huge gratitude on my end to each and every one of you who comments. And even though we're late, that's fine, just 45 minutes. Level up, thank you. So thanks a lot to everyone for your contributions, for your inputs, and for everything. Yes, should we... long distance, not really. Long distance can go up to 1,000 kilometers. That's more than enough for now. Fragile, just in time. I don't really want urgent deliveries. I guess we can go eco driving, or I can go with these so I can unlock all kinds of cargos. Yes, that would be better. Good. Anyway, so that's my YouTube story, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, thank you very much for all the support so far, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the years, the future years with you. Let's make the community grow. Let's make it flourish and continue being active and being involved in each other's stories. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked that story of mine if you haven't heard of it already. And even if you did, hope you still enjoyed. If you did like this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share with your friends, and make sure you comment in the video. Really helps a lot. And thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next episode, alright? And if you're interested, please take a look at my Patreon page. The link is in the video description. It is a window to my YouTube soul. It gives a view of my frustrations, my current journey, and it provides an avenue for you to support me directly using Patreon. It goes for as low as $1 a month. You can be a direct contributor to the channel and support me in making more videos like this and much more so in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching again. Clumsy trucking, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm happy to share that with you all. Thanks and have a nice day. Bye-bye.